Good evening, hello and welcome. You are watching the News Hour Agenda. My name is Pranesh Kumar Roy. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Farooq Abdullah, who's the face of the Latvian ecosystem, someone who's considered an important stakeholder in the peace process today, has revealed his true self. Farooq Abdullah has said that the killings, by which he meant targeted killings, will not stop in the valley until justice is served. The National Conference chief asked why the situation had not improved despite the abrogation of Article 370, and in the process Farooq Abdullah actually went on to justify, legitimize and provide a cause to the Islamist jihad. Listen to what he said. That's our debate.
सर टारगेट किलिंग लगातार कश्मीर में हो रही है सर, अभी भी कल 2 दिन पहले जो है कश्मीरी पंडित,
ये कभी बंद नहीं होगा जब तक इंसाफ नहीं होगा, कभी बंद नहीं होगा। और इसको बंद करने के लिए जितनी भी शोर करते हैं, ये कहते हैं कि जहाँ बहुत सब कहते थे पहले 370 से ये हो रहा, आज तो 370 नहीं है, मेरी क्यों मृत्यु हो रही है, इसके जिम्मेदार कौन है बताइए मुझे।
दुनिया में बताया जा रहा है कि हालात हमने बेहतर कर दिए,
अगर वो बेहतर कर दिया तो फिर फर्द बेचारा मारा नहीं जाता, कहाँ है हालत बेहतर, मुझे तो नहीं दिखता।
Protests erupted in Srinagar today against the killing of Kashmiri Pandit Puran Krishan Bhatt. A group of people carrying national flags removed the signboard of the All India Conference at Rajbagh in Srinagar and threatened to hold protest outside the Pakistani embassy in the national capital. Puran Krishan Bhatt was killed near his residence in Shopian when terrorists opened fire. He was rushed to a hospital where doctors declared him brought dead. The BJP has slammed Farooq for his comments.
शायद डॉक्टर फारूक अब्दुल्ला साहब वो मंजर जब घरों से निकलना कश्मीर में मुश्किल होता था उसको भूल गए हैं और आतंकवादियों पर कड़ा प्रहार भी मोदी सरकार ने किया है। आज ढूंढ ढूंढ कर सेना और पुलिस इन आतंकवादियों का सफाया कर रही है। जिस तरीके से उनका सफाया हो रहा है वो सीधा जंग भारतीय सेना और हमारी पुलिस से आतंकवादी लड़ नहीं सकते, इसलिए सॉफ्ट टारगेट्स को ढूंढकर निशाना बनाते हैं। ये दौर भी खत्म हो जाएगा।
नहीं, वो देख लीजिए आप, लोग इतने परेशान हैं, उनको जबरदस्ती श्रीनगर में भेजा जाता है, वो अनसेफ हैं, उनकी किलिंग की जाती है, वो मारे जाते हैं, घरों के घर खाली हो रहे हैं। ये तो 370 जाने से ये बोलते थे कि शाहीबाग दिखाते थे दूध की नदियां बहेंगी, वो तो हमने कहीं देखा नहीं है, उल्टी लोगों को मारा जा रहा है, ये तो टोटल फेल है।
Hours after Farooq Abdullah's genocide justification, kin of Puran Krishan Bhatt have slammed Farooq. Family members say it's only the poor people who die and not politicians like him.
कोई फारूक अब्दुल्ला के घर का नहीं मरा है, जिसके घर का कोई मरता है उसको पता है उस पे क्या बीत रही है, इन बच्चों पे क्या बीत रही है। इस टाइम हम उनकी तरफ देख नहीं पा रहे हैं, उनकी तरफ नजर नहीं मिला पा रहे हैं हम लोग।
कोई पॉलिटिशियन कोई पॉलिटिशियन का कोई नहीं मरता ना, मरते तो गरीब लोग हैं, मरते तो ये आम लोग हैं।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's open it up. Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Lalit Ambardar, activist Bashir Ahmed, senior leader of the National Conference, Majid Haidari completes the panel. Good evening to all of you. Bashir Ahmed, let me begin by asking you, what does it mean when Farooq says targeted killings will not stop till justice is done?
देखिए, फारूक साहब ने ये किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बयान दिया है। कोई भी आदमी जो है वो जो किलिंग्स को अप्रिशिएट नहीं कर सकता है, और हम जिसकी इस किलिंग की जितनी निंदा करें वो कम है। मगर सवाल यह है कि हाल ही में होम मिनिस्टर साहब जब जम्मू कश्मीर में आए थे, उन्होंने कहा कि हमने तो मिलिटेंसी ख़त्म कर दी है। अगर मिलिटेंसी ख़त्म हो गई है तो फिर ये किलिंग्स क्यों हो रही हैं? बीजेपी के इस दौर में जो मिलिटेंसी सेलेक्टिव किलिंग हो रही है, बीजेपी इसके लिए जिम्मेदार है। सवाल यह है कि अब कौन मरता है कौन नहीं मरता है, जब जिस घर का कोई मरता है वही जानता है। और ये 25वीं किलिंग है जम्मू कश्मीर के अंदर आज, ये जो कल हुई है। तो इसको हर एक आदमी कंडेम करता है, लेकिन सवाल यह है कि 5 अगस्त 2019 को जब इस रियासत का टुकड़े कर दिए गए, यूनियन टेरिटरी बनाई, आज जम्मू कश्मीर के अंदर हर तबका परेशान है, चाहे वो जम्मू है, चाहे कठुआ है, चाहे सांबा है, चाहे वे कश्मीर का कोई हिस्सा है। उन चीज़ों को ये एड्रेस नहीं कर रहे हैं। और दूसरा ये है कि ऊपर से बयान के ऊपर बयान दे रहे हैं।
बशीर अहमद साहब,
और जब बयान के ऊपर बयान दे रहे हैं तो ये जो ब्यूरोक्रेटिक
बशीर
सेटअप
साहब,
है,
आपने ये कहा कि जो मरता है उसी को पता होता है, उनके घर वालों को पता होता है। आपको ये तो पता होगा कि मारता कौन है?
हाँ,
ब्लडशेड के पीछे कौन है? मार कौन रहा है?
देखिए बात यह है बात यह है कि जो भी मारता है वो कोई धर्म नहीं है।
नहीं, कौन मारता है बता तो दीजिए।
32 साल से भुगत रहे हैं। नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस ने बहुत, मेरी बात सुन लीजिए ना, जो मारने वाला है उसका कोई धर्म नहीं है।
नहीं, कौन है मारने वाला है? अगर है नहीं तो आपको डर क्यों लग रहा है बोलने में? कौन है मारने वाला?
प्रणेश,
नहीं, पहली बात यह है कि हम मारने वाले को ढूंढना तो गवर्नमेंट का काम है, हम क्यों ढूंढे उसको?
आपको पता नहीं है कौन मार रहा है?
गवर्नमेंट जो है,
आपको पता नहीं है कश्मीरी हिंदूज को किसने भगाया?
वो क्यों नहीं ढूंढते?
किसने मारा?
मुझे नहीं मालूम है। मेरी बात सुन लीजिए ना, मैंने बात सुन लीजिए। 32 साल से हम भुगत रहे हैं ना इस सब सिस्टम को। 32 साल से नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के कितने मरे उसको याद नहीं करते आप? क्या नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के कितने लोगों ने कुर्बानी दी है? आपको यह मालूम नहीं है कि नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के कितने लोगों ने कुर्बानी दी है?
मुझे तो सब पता है, मेरे पास तो पूरा लिस्ट है। अगर मैं लिस्ट पढ़ना शुरू करूंगा तो फिर आप जवाब नहीं दे पाएंगे बशीर साहब। लेकिन आप देखिए, आपसे मैंने एक सीधा सवाल पूछा कि मारता कौन है?
सुन लीजिए,
नहीं, मारता कौन है, आप उसी का जवाब नहीं दे पा रहे हैं ना। संजू वर्मा, बिफोर आई ब्रिंग यू इन, लेट्स पुट दिस इन कॉन्टेक्स्ट बिफोर आई ब्रिंग। नो, एक मिनट बशीर साहब, आप सुनिए, बाकी लोग भी हैं। ललित अंबरदार, वुड यू प्लीज एनलाइटन बशीर अहमद, who are the people who are behind this bloodshed?
Listen, what Farooq Abdullah has spewed today is obnoxious. I am not surprised, neither I am shocked, because Abdullahs and Muftis are the original Islamists of Kashmir. They are responsible for fueling Kashmir Jihad. In fact, they are the on-ground political face of Pakistan-sponsored Kashmir Jihad. And they will do what suits their akas in Rawalpindi. Have you ever heard of, from Farooq Abdullah or Mehbooba Mufti or their followers in their party who come on your channel ever speak a word against Kashmiri jihadists? Ever speak a word against Pakistan? Never. Because Pakistan se rishta kya la ilaha illallah. And now coming to Farooq Abdullah, this representative of NC says, हमें क्या मालूम, जिनकी सरकार है, जिनके अंदर मर रहे हैं, तो उनको this is callous insensitivity towards Hindus, because Hindu lives do not matter. But I will remind him, the most of the mass massacres of Kashmiri Hindus happened when Farooq Abdullah was the chief minister. And I'm not surprised again, because this coward chief minister, so-called elected chief minister, abandoned Kashmiri Hindus to the mercy of Pakistani jihadists when he abdicated his responsibilities on 19th of January 1990. This is Farooq Abdullah. And again reminding them, when they keep on talking, their people died. Their people were not killed because they were Muslims. No Muslim is killed in Kashmir because he's a Muslim. They are killed because they have some kind of association with the Indian nation. Number one, because they are considered as kafirs. And Farooq Abdullah must know, and this representative of Farooq Abdullah, let me remind him, their representative, Lok Sabha member, sitting MP, is Akbar Lone. He raised the slogan of Pakistan Zindabad in the live Jammu Kashmir Assembly. And reporters asked him outside, why did you do it? कहता है मैं मुसलमान हूँ, बाबुक हो गया. This is Farooq Abdullah, and he was given promotion. He was rewarded with a seat in the parliament. This is Farooq Abdullah. These double-speaking folks, these are the people. But I am also, I am worried. I am disgusted with the approach of the government. Why should, just a second, let me complete. Why should Farooq Abdullah even shed crocodile tears on Kashmir when When my Narendra Modi, when my Amit Shah, my
Answer
BJP,
that, Sanju Verma.
the Sanatani sword that saw 5th of August 2019.
Okay, let's get in a view from the BJP. Sanju Verma is on the debate. Sanju Verma, answer that question.
Everything since then is...
May I please
BJP is not acknowledging that what
You made your point, Mr. Ambardar. You made your point. Let's get a response from Sanju Verma. Yes.
He can't spare a second.
I understand your sentiments, Mr. Ambardar. I understand what you're saying. Let's get a response. You've asked a question. This is Sanju Verma now responding to you.
They are emboldened. That's why we are killed. We continue to suffer genocide.
May I please? Okay. You know, Pranesh, first and foremost, I can understand the anguish of Lalit Ambardar, and I also, through your channel, want to express my condolences to Puran Krishan Bhatt's family and his near and dear ones. You know, I also agree with what Lalit Ambardar said, that Farooq Abdullah's statement today saying that killings will continue until justice is served is both ridiculous, appalling, and obnoxious, to say the least. Where I disagree with Lalit Ambardar, and I say this in all earnestness and with a lot of humility, I know that every single life counts, especially that of every single Kashmiri Pandit, because they've been through hell and back in the last so many years. I just want to say that, you know, now what does the government do? The government, I think, Pranesh, can engage either diplomatically or via military offensives, and I think the Narendra Modi government, one thing which they have done is that Pakistan has completely been stripped out of the equation when it comes to Kashmir. Do note that in the last 8 years, every time Pakistan has raised the Kashmir issue at United Nations or other related forums, it has been rebuffed stoically. So internationally, Pakistan is not getting any support on the Kashmir issue. So diplomatically, I think that is something that the Modi government needs to be acknowledged for. Now, in terms of military offensive, I think abrogation of Article 370 3 years back was a landmark step, and yes, I think killings need to stop. The government needs to do more. I'm not going to sit here and say that enough has been done. Enough has been done, but more needs to be done. But let's not forget that what is the fountainhead of terror? The head of the snake. The head of the snake in this case is radical Islamist terror. It is Islamic jihad. And likes of the Farooq Abdullah representative here, or even I'm sure Majid Haibi, when he gets an opportunity to comment, these people will come here on national television, shed crocodile tears for Kashmiri Pandits, but on the ground, you will never see them raising a slogan against radical Islamist jihad. They will never condemn Farooq Abdullah. They will never condemn Mehbooba Mufti. They will never condemn Omar Abdullah. So
forget condemning Abdullah. I don't think Majid Hydari can even take a stand against Burhan Wani. Let's put him to test. Majid Hydari, will you condemn Burhan Wani?
See, I'm not here for any vote-taking ceremony that will I condemn.
Will you condemn him or not, sir?
Kindly pose some genuine questions.
Did he not spill blood?
See, it is for the honorable courts to decide who has done
There
what.
you go. You see, this is the problem. Now, Bashir Ahmad refuses to... No, Bashir Ahmad, 1 minute, Sanju Verma, 1 minute. Bashir Ahmad refuses to name the people behind the bloodshed.
Logical, sensible question.
Is this not logical and sensible, sir? Majid Hydari, who do you think Burhan Wani was?
Which Burhan Wani are you talking about?
Which Burhan Wani do you think I am talking about?
I don't know.
Man has a memory loss.
Sanju Verma Sahiba, this is a serious debate. Somebody has lost his life.
Yes, this is a serious debate,
because of the failures of your
mockery of this debate by
I am not taking any mockery. Firstly, Dr. Farooq Abdullah is not any era nattu
No, Dr. Farooq, no, 1 minute. I'll tell you who Dr. Farooq Abdullah is. Let me list the number of killings, massacre actually under Abdullah. No, 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. Majid Hydari साहब बोलने तो दीजिए. अब आप बोल नहीं रहे, मैं पूछ रहा हूं आपको बुरहान वानी पे, मुझे तो बोलने दीजिए. अब ये देखिए सर, and we have that graphic playing out. 1997, Sangrampura, Budgam, 7 Kashmiri Hindus killed. Abdullahs were in par. 1998, Vandhama in Gandarbal, 26 Kashmiri Hindus killed. Abdullahs were in par. 1998, Prankot, Udhampur, 26 Hindus killed. Abdullahs were in par. Chapnari in Doda, 25 Hindus killed. This was 1998. Again, 2000, Chatti Singh Pura, Anantnag, 35 Sikhs killed. Who can forget this? 2000 Amarnath Yatra targeted, 32 killed, 21 Hindus, 7 Muslims killed. You will still, Mr. Bashir Ahmed Majid Hydari, not name the people behind this bloodshed.
No, I'll name them. I'll name them. Firstly, Dr. Farooq Abdullah Saab is not any era, ghaira, natu ghaira. He's honorable member of parliament.
Yeah, so member of parliament. You know, like I said at the start, important member in this, stakeholder of the peace process.
Now, let me tell you one thing. If Jammu and Kashmir became the integral part of India, it was because of the likes of Muftis and Abdullahs. Don't forget what they have done for the nation. They have equally stood for tricolor. They have equally stood for national sentiment. They were never with any neighboring country and they never picked up guns.
ये अफीम खिलाते रहे हैं कश्मीर में मुसलमानों को. अब्दुल्ला की
3 years ago, this same Verma Sahiba would say, Adharniya Mehbooba Mufti Sahiba. She would say, Mehbooba Mufti is the Devi of democracy. These used to be the words of Sanju Verma Sahiba.
February 1948. Sheikh Abdullah Farooq Abdullah's father and Omar Abdullah's grandfather is on record wanting separate Muslim electorates. He is on record saying Kashmir is an integral part of Pakistan and not of India. And to this day,
did BJP not ally with the Abdullahs and the Muftis?
Nothing has changed.
No, did BJP not ally with both the Muftis and Abdullahs? Do you forget? Do you forget you would stand with folded hands before Mehbooba Mufti Sahiba? This shameful statement was made by Farooq Abdullah and people like you were clapping from the sidelines.
No, let's get back to the debate. No, one minute. Majid Hydari, let me go back to Bashir Ahmed. Sir, you make up your mind. Majid Hydari, देखिए Majid Hydari, Sanju Verma, calm down. Majid Hydari साहब, I am giving you some time. Coming to you, Mr. Ambardar, coming to you. I know you want to come in. Majid Hydari साहब, आप थोड़ा सोचिए कि आप क्या बोलने वाले हैं. Because people who've lost their loved ones, sir, are watching this. The country is watching this. They're listening to every word you are saying. So please, please, sir, please spare a thought for them. 1 minute, Bashir Ahmed. Majid Hydari, 1 minute, sir. आप ऐसे गुस्सा क्यों जाते हैं? Bashir Ahmed, ये जो फारूक अब्दुल्ला जस्टिस की बात कर रहे हैं, ये जस्टिस किसके लिए चाह रहे हैं ये?
हाँ, देखिए, जस्टिस जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों के लिए. आप जस्टिस को फारूक साहब ने अगर जस्टिस के लिए कहा तो आपको क्यों ये पिंच हो रहा है कि जस्टिस के लिए उन्होंने कहा है?
बिल्कुल
जस्टिस तो होना चाहिए ना. क्यों नहीं होना चाहिए जस्टिस जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों के लिए? हिंदू, मुसलमान, सिख क्यों नहीं होना चाहिए?
पूरन कृष्ण भट्ट जिनकी हत्या हुई, क्या वो जम्मू कश्मीर के नहीं थे?
जिसको हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, मैंने कहा बिल्कुल हम उसको कंडेम करते हैं. कोई भी जो किसी की किलिंग करता है वो किसी धर्म में नहीं लिखा है.
नहीं तो किसी धर्म का वो बंदा नहीं होता है. लेकिन सवाल यह है कि जस्टिस जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों को नहीं दिया जा रहा है. बशीर अहमद कोई भी और किसी की नहीं है. ललित अंबारदार,
आपने मुझे बताइए, आपने
ललित अंबारदार इसमें आप देखिए जवाब देना चाहते हैं, आपको सुन लेते हैं उनकी भी. यस मिस्टर अंबारदार,
पहले सुन लीजिए, पहले मुझे सुन लीजिए, क्योंकि लेट मी कंप्लीट इट.
जो आप अगर सुनिए,
नहीं रिमाइंड क्या करना है?
जो जहादियों ने हिंदुओं को कत्लेआम किया, उनको मजार में क्यों दफनाते हो? अगर वो मुसलमान नहीं है तो क्या नारे
नहीं? सवाल यह है कि आप
मुस्तफा
वो आपसे पूछना है,
अल्लाह अकबर कहना होगा. और आपका फारूक अब्दुल्ला कहता है कि हमारे बच्चे नौकरी के लिए नहीं मरते, टूरिज्म के लिए नहीं मरते. कौम के लिए मरते? कौन सी कौम? जिना की मुस्लिम टू नेशन, तेरी कौम. हमारा मुस्लिम मेजॉरिटी स्टेट है, यहाँ पे मुस्लिम कैरेक्टर रहेगा. ये आप कह रहे हो कि आप कौन नहीं जानते कौन किसको मारता है. मेरी प्रॉब्लम ये है सर प्रणेश, लेट मी रिमाइंड यू.
अंबरदार साहब, आपसे हमने सर्टिफिकेट नहीं लेना. आपसे हमने सर्टिफिकेट नहीं लेना अंबरदार साहब.
अरे मैं देना भी
आप लिस्ट कर लीजिए.
आप
We do not need certificate from you.
कि मैं आपको सर्टिफिकेट दूं.
हाँ,
मैं आपको देना भी नहीं चाहता. मैं तो आप लोगों को जेल में डलवाना चाहता हूं.
नहीं, कहां से सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए बशीर अहमद साहब?
मैं बिठाना चाहता हूं.
नो, वेयर डू यू नीड द सर्टिफिकेट फ्रॉम?
हाँ, कोई बात नहीं, फिर क्या होगा?
ये मैं लेट मी कम यार.
Who are you?
Let me come.
To answer that, Pranesh.
Let me come. Let me Pranish.
Okay, Mr. Ambadar, make your point. Yes.
Let's not distract. मैं गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया से अपील करता हूं, मैं गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया से अपील करता हूं, if you stop mocking of genocide of Kashmiri Hindus, if you want to stop what Farooq Abdullah has threatened you, if you do not listen to him, if you do not give him what he wants, Kashmiri Hindus will continue to be killed in Kashmir. If you want to stop all this, if you want to stop Hindu phobia there, please let this government acknowledge what Kashmiri Hindus have suffered genocide formally, establish tribunal, try people, including Farooq Abdullah and Mufti Muhammad Sayyid, India's first Muslim home minister, who got his daughter exchanged for dreaded dozen terrorists. He could not do anything. He was paralyzed when it came to saving Kashmiri Hindus. Farooq Abdullah abandoned their role in the genocide of Kashmiri Hindus has to be investigated.
Sanju Verma will center walk the talk. Sanju Verma,
for this Mufti.
It's a direct question by Lalit Ambadar, and many like him who are still awaiting justice 3 decades later.
Let me complete, Pranish. Let government should stop. Government should stop using Hindus as guinea pigs in their secular experimentation in Kashmir. Election obsessed. Amit Shah did not spare a second for genocide survivors, neither in Jammu nor in Srinagar. 5,000 Kashmiri Hindu boys and girls are protesting for the past 6 months. Only asking for right to life and dignity. Is it too much? It is.
May I please?
He's asking for justice too much. Sanju Verma responding to that question. Now 1 minute, Mr. Ambadar. Let Sanju Verma come in with a response. Yes, ma'am.
You are committing offense.
May I please?
Yes, go ahead.
Pranesh, I started my intervention by saying I completely, agree with a lot of the pertinent points raised by Lalit Ambadar. His anguish is completely understandable. I've been on umpteen debates on your channel with Lalit Ambadar, and I just have this to say that, if you look at the history of the Modi government, be it abrogation of Article 370, be it the fact that 7th Pay Commission recommendations are now applicable, be it the fact that Pahari community is now being given the scheduled tribes status, be it the fact that 3 lakh Kashmiris have been given domicile certificates, you cannot question the bona fides of this government. But where? I want Lalit Ambadar to acknowledge
what have you done for Kashmiri Hindus, ma'am? What have you done for Kashmiri Hindus?
I know the other
What have you done for Kashmiri Hindus? Name one.
Will not acknowledge it.
Name one point, ma'am.
Please
What have you done
finish.
for the Kashmiri Hindus?
Mr.
Give me 1 point.
Ambadar, I did not heckle you.
Ma'am, what have you
Please
done
let
for
me
Kashmiri
finish.
Hindus? Tell me.
Please let me finish, Mr. Ambadar.
Ma'am,
Can I please?
2019.
Mr. Ambadar, you cannot heckle me like this. May I finish?
Okay, let's not talk over each other. 1 minute, please. Let's have some sanctity here, please. Let's not talk over each other. Mr. Ambadar, you've asked a question. Let Sanju Verma respond to that.
You cannot heckle me like this. Thank you, Pranesh. Thank you, Pranesh. Pranesh, I will repeat at the cost of sounding cliche. Please,
Mr. Ambadar, you've asked a question. Sir, it's not fair. You've asked a question. Let her respond. She is responding to what you said.
Yes, Mr. Ambadar, you asked a valid question. Now let me, respond. Pranesh, I just want to say one thing. Rehabilitation of Kashmiri Pandits is on top of the agenda of the Modi government. But what I fail to understand is that why is it that no questions? Modi government is accountable, yes. Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha is accountable, yes. But at the same time, do you not realize that the likes of Farooq Abdullah, Mehbooba Mufti, Omar Abdullah, have you seen when ML Bindru was killed, when Deepak Chand was killed, when that poor Golgappa seller Virendra Paswan was killed, when that poor hawker Arvind Saha was killed, when recently Rahul Bhatt was killed, or for that matter, when a few days back Puram Krishan Bhatt was killed? Have you ever seen Farooq Abdullah, Omar Abdullah or Mehbooba Mufti openly saying that radical Islamist jihad is the fountainhead of the problem in Kashmir Valley? No. I think we need to have these politicians acknowledge the problem, because only when you acknowledge the problem, you can work towards the resolution.
Do you acknowledge the problem, Bashir Ahmed? Answer that question. Do you acknowledge the problem?
बेसिकली जो बहस चल रही है, जो आप कह रहे हैं कि हम एक्नॉलेज करते हैं, हम कहते हैं कि साहब किलिंग्स हो रही हैं। अगर आपने गिना, आपने गिना के 1997 में, 1998 में, 1999 में ये सारी किलिंग्स हुई, लेकिन साइमल्टेनियसली आप मुझे बताइए 2014 के बाद जो किलिंग्स हुई हैं, हु इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दैट? चलो मान के चलते हैं किलिंग हुई है, नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस की भी किलिंग हुई है, महबूबा मुफ्ती जो पीडीपी के उनके भी किलिंग हुई है।
अब्दुल्ला कहते हैं पीओके भारत का हिस्सा नहीं है,
बात सुनिए।
अब्दुल्ला कहते हैं पीओके पाकिस्तान का हिस्सा है। आपको शर्म आती है या नहीं? यहाँ बैठकर आप पॉलिटिकल मोरालिटी पर भाषण दे रहे हैं, किलिंग्स पर भाषण दे रहे हैं, इस्लामिक जिहाद के बारे में
The family members of Puran Kishan Bhatt
को कंडेम कीजिए।
1 minute, Sanju Verma, we've run out of time. The family members of Mr. Bhatt, late Mr. Bhatt, have spoken. The message is loud and clear. Will Farooq Abdullah introspect, retract what he said and apologize to all those people who've lost their loved ones to the Islamist jihad which is raging? Let's leave it at that. Thanks for joining us on debate number 1.